Hi, thanks for checking out our channel here. This is going to be a repair video on a Power Wizard PW5000XD. We don't see a lot of these coming for repair. I think they got a couple issues with them. This particular unit, I don't know how old it is. There's no date code format that I know of in these things. Maybe that 20's a 2020. I don't know. They haven't been around that long, about 4 or 5 years, maybe give or take, that this model's been around. This is a dual-powered AC/DC model. The things I don't like about it, because I've seen them come in a few times, and Kinco sells a variation of this model as well under their name, the Kinco EKD5 or whatever it is. I'm not sure what their model numbers are called, but anyways, the Power Wizard private label deal is these laminations are because people will put these outside because they're 12-volt operated models too, and the sun will delaminate this thing. You can see it's already becoming unsticky right here, and look at that, there's an opening right there, right where the switch is at, opening for bugs and water to get inside. So that's, I'm probably gonna put some tape or something, maybe I'll put some kind of glue across there to keep that thing down. I've also seen these things come in where behind here where they push it on and off a bunch of times over time. It gets so thin on this lamination that there'll be a wore out hole right there, and then of course water can get right down inside there, or bugs. Another thing I've seen about these is right here where you put your port at to plug in your AC adapter or your 12-volt cord. It can get some corrosion down inside there with the little, I just have this little pigtail here, but it will get corrosion down inside. So if you ever buy one of these, either the PW3000XD, which is a 3 joule, or 1000XD, the 1 joule is 5000XD, 5 joule. If you buy one, put some dielectric grease on the around the outside, on this metal part, as well as the hole on the inside, and that will coat everything. Hopefully slow down the oxidation and corrosion that sometimes builds up on that contact there. Now this one acts kind of funny. I haven't played with it yet. We just finally got the circuit board in for it. It was like pulling teeth to try to find one. Power Wizard didn't have one installed. They actually had to steal one out of a brand new unit off the shelf so we can get this guy squared away. Let's put power to it. We got our power supply set to about 12.8 volts. We're going to put our clips across here. See? Just flashing red, not clicking. Alright. I need a new board. I'm pretty certain. I think we did some checks over the phone, but I'm pretty certain this needs a new board. Alright, this has got 4 Phillips screws holding it together. There it is. I'm not sure where this thing's sitting at. You can see some corrosion down inside there already. That's like the internal spark gap for lightning protection. It sparks across that gap there. There's the transformer. Now, it's not discharging, so it's not clicking. So, it could be the primary, the transformer's bad, and it's not allowing the board and capacitor to discharge into it, because that clicking noise comes from the transformer itself. So ohm across here to here should be 0 point something ohms. We're getting 0.2, so that's fine. So most likely the board's on an issue. Well, first issue is whoever's been inside this thing plugged the capacitor in wrong. So this side and this, so from top to, on the top, these two sides, explain it wrong. this side right here is one terminal inside. This side over here is one terminal. So he's basically, what he did was he plugged in this wire to there. It should have been over here. So I don't think that's our total issue. I think we've still got a board problem, because I think he was having problems with it. Yeah, see, it's loose anyways. So let's check the capacitor real quick just to make sure. I've never had to replace one of these. It looks like it's a 30 microfarad capacitor. So let's test across it. Oh shoot, it's reading a bit low. 18.7. Alright, so it needs a new capacitor too. Ooh. Didn't know about that. I mean, half of what it should be. Alright, so let me go find a capacitor first, and then we'll try it again, but I think we're still going to have to replace the board. Let's pull this board out for a second just to look at it. Yeah, looks okay. It just has like a gel type of a, you can see a bunch of corrosion crap down there. You can see a little residue down the side there too. So this has gotten moisture in it. For being a 12 volt unit, now it does have a gasket along there, all the way around the whole side of the case, and then this has a little lip that sits right down inside there, so it's supposed to be waterproof or water resistant, but you can definitely see where some water's been inside there and screwed those up, so it's not 100% waterproof. I mean, it even says right here IP44. That's like the waterproofing rating of the case. So either this water's gotten in just from raining on it, or it worked its way past there and got inside that area here. You can see you can see my hand down inside there. Hello, hello. All right, let's get into the capacitor first thing. All right, got this capacitor here. I got some other ones, but I'm gonna put this as a Tru-Test one. It's 30 microfarad, 900 volt. But we can set it right there. I think we'll be okay. So let's push that off to the side. Now we've got to get don't know where the hell my snips went. There's my new board. Don't know. Just break them off that way. Cabo! How brand name is that? Take that nut off, don't need that. It's not actually strapped into the case, or bolted into the case. So we'll put that right there. And then we're going to get some new zip ties. We're going to, let's try these bigger ones, see if it will physically run through the case here. One. Two. Oh, shoot. Look at that. That winding's burned up on the transformer. That's the fence and ground side. Do I have a transformer for this thing? appreciate it if I know. Let's zip tie this thing in place. Start with, just so that part of it's done. Okay, so now we're gonna check this, put it on there, and we'll take this, come on, I'm going to need to tighten that one up, but I think right now it's functionable. Okay, let's mess. Look at that thing. All right, let's put that in there. I gotta get it back in its little spot here. Come on. I want that to go into place. It has like a little groove that the sport sits in, but you still got to get this thing to line up, come through the case a little bit so it blocks up the hole some. You want to go in there. There it goes. But then the board doesn't want to go down. Or is it down all the way? Maybe it is down all the way. I just didn't realize it. Nope. Man, what a Mickey Mouse thing this thing is. I don't know. Let's try it like that. Oh, that's in there. Oop, I just pushed it out. It was in there. Alright, let's... Okay. Let's supply power back to it. Sounds healthy. But I don't think I think if I test this, I'm not going to get anything out of it. Winding's burned up on the back. Turn power back on the power supply. Alright, cycling through the lights. Nothing. Needs a transformer too. capacitor is reading almost half of what it should be. Transformer secondary winding is burned up, no good. And there could still be an issue with the board. I don't know. There's corrosion on the bottom edge of that board. Right now it's working, but you know, we might run it for a few hours, come back, and it might not be working anymore. So I don't know. I need to have a conversation with the customer and find out what they want to do, because I don't know if I got a transformer. Let me go look. These don't come in all that often, so I don't always have a lot of parts for these things. So let me go look and see if I've got a transformer on hand or not. Okay, I do not have a transformer for this model in stock. I don't even know what these things go for. The transformer is probably a $50 part, plus or minus, maybe 60, I don't know. Not sure what the transformer goes for, but you can see right on the output side, which is these two terminals there. Yeah, that winding right there, see it's all burnt. Piece of wire comes out. Now wait a minute, let's try something real quick. I didn't think about this. That piece of wire is hanging on by a little bit. Let's test at the wire itself and at this one here. That's our fencing ground. And if we get power there, maybe we can solder, maybe we can jumper it with a piece of wire if we can get the solder to hold and we don't break that wire. Let's apply power to it again. Turn the power supply on. See the light cycling through there. I'm going to touch right here. There it is, look. So, all right, let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into here. Not going to need a lot of wire, but we're going to have to get the solder on there. Let's see what we can do. Hold on. Let's get a small screwdriver. Let's push this wire out a little bit so we can kind of see it a little bit better. I don't know. I don't know about this. Well, solder took. I had to burn off the varnish coating that was on the actual wire. Coat this wire. I'm going to snip off a little bit. Don't need that much exposed. And let's see if we can get these two to solder together. Ow, God, it gets hot. Okay. I'm going to tell the customer about this. Yeah, it saves us some money now, but how long is that going to hold? Because it's, I mean, there's some of the wire exposed, but, you know, not that we could solder onto, but it's going to last for 6 years, 6 months. I can't get the, I have no idea. I'm going to do my part to try to solder on. as good as I can. Oop, damn it. Got too hot. The wire fell off. Fuck. Okay, well, try it again with another piece of wire. Alright, we're going to solder it to there first. Okay. And we're going to cut it there. Peel the insulation. Pull the insulation off. Come on. Add some solder here. Let things cool off for a second because it's going to be pretty darn hot. Still pretty warm. Cool off again, and I'll recheck it here in a second. Like that for a second. Okay, let's do a continuity check between this tab and the end of that wire. Make sure there's no breaks. It should beep at me like that. From here to here. Alright, well, electrically it's fine. Okay. Just down like that. Let's that one's burned too. Look at that one. Both sides are burned. That one's burnt in half too. We fixed that one. Look, that one's burnt too. So basically I have to repeat the whole process again. And maybe we'll learn from our headache the first time. Okay. Solder. Touch this one up, but just want to add some solder to it just to kind of get a fresh spot to deal with. Okay, and then you got to burn the varnish coating off this wire. Okay, looks okay. Let's strip off some insulation off this wire. I think that'll be alright. I think that'll be long enough. Add a little solder here to the top side of this, or top end of it. Oops. And we'll hold the two together. We're going to carefully add some solder. Wire right there, let it cool off. If I get too hot here, that heat's going to travel up and it's going to come undone right there. So heat those two up. Let's turn it over on its side. Put power back at it again. The lights are cycling. Right across the terminals, and we're getting power right there. So I'll make the customer aware of it, about me soldering the wires on there, to, you know, fixing that output section of the transformer, since we can still get to the wires. I won't put any kind of guarantee on it it's going to last forever. I mean, it may burn up again. It may last for 10 more years or 10 more weeks. You know, I don't know. So, but right now it's working fine. I'll pull this board out real quick. Oops. Let me discharge the capacitor real fast. I do want to check to make sure that all the connections are nice and tight. Needing those pliers. How they go? That was pretty loose, or loose enough that it didn't take much effort at all to pull it off there. So we're gonna put it on there. I think the transfer one will be fine. Let me check the capacitor one real quick. Oop, that was a little loose. transfer one's pretty tight. Alright, see if we can get this stupid thing to go back in its place. Let's make sure we can still shut the case on this thing. What am I hitting on? Maybe it's this plastic piece of the zip tie might be hitting it. Let's push these down. Come on. I was hitting on the piece of that board. Let's move this over a little bit. I don't like the way these boards install. I don't like that at all. Looks better. Let's try that. There we go. It's hung up over here somewhere. There it goes. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to call the customer up. I'm going to let this thing run for the rest of today and overnight with a load. Make sure we're not missing anything. But for right now, it's going to be working fine. So I'll buy him and I'll call him and let him know what's going on here. Let's see how this thing going there. How it's for. It's got to go on first. It goes on like this. Like that. Something like that. I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch the video. I haven't seen that thing come off there. But anyways, I'm going to call the customer up, see what they want to do, and make sure they're okay with it, and go from there. Oh, man, what a pain in the ass. Alright, till next time, see you later on.